Walter. Walter. Are you listening to me, Walter? No. Shut up. Put that thing away and listen. You have a job to do, Walter. A very important job. And if you're not prepared to do that job, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it, huh? I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how stupid you think I am. If you don't get a good night's sleep, your performance won't be up to par tomorrow. It's basic human biology, Walter. Just like your cooking is basic chemistry. And you know how Gustavo will feel if your performance ain't up to par. So here's what's going to happen. You're gonna go home. You're gonna go to the bathroom. You're gonna brush your teeth. Floss them too. You're gonna do whatever else you usually need to sleep soundly at night. And then you're gonna put on your pajamas and go to bed. You're not gonna stay here any later. You're gonna get your 8 hours of sleep. No more, no less. And then you're gonna come back here in the morning on time and do your job. The thing you were hired for. And that thing isn't gonna do itself if you're too sleepy to put the work in. Do you understand me, Walter? No, I don't think you do. If your performance is below par tomorrow, it's not just me you're gonna have to worry about. You know Gustavo just as well as I do. Screw up again and you're gonna lose a lot more than your paycheck. I don't make the rules. And though I might not like you, I don't like seeing people get punished on my watch. It reflects poorly on me. So tell me, Walter, what's so important that you can't just go home and go to sleep? Walter, a fly living its life is not a reason for you to pull an all-nighter. Yes, I understand. A fly in the product would be less than ideal. But the chance of one batch getting contaminated is a lot less than every batch tomorrow getting contaminated by you and your lack of sleep. Even in this industry, you can't obsess over the details too hard, Walter. Accept only perfection and you'll never make anything of substance. By your own admission, your own recipe is only 99.1% pure. If you only accepted 100, you'd still be at home wishing you had a way to provide for your family. So let it go. If you're lucky, your problems will just fly away. That's right, yeah. You'll be fine. Okay, what else? You're really beginning to test me, Walter. Despite your overreaction, I can understand being concerned about the fly. But this? Are you 5 years old, Walter? You're gonna ask me to tuck you into bed next, huh? I can't help you sleep any more than you can. The only one keeping you up is yourself. I don't care if you're feeling restless. I don't care if you can't take your mind off all this. It's not my job to do it for you. You were hired as a professional with the expectation that you could handle the basics on your own. And I'd argue that falling asleep at night is one of the most basic things there is. So unless you've got some questions or something that only I can help you with, I'm going home and going to bed. I need my sleep too, Walter. Alright, fine. I'll let you vent for a minute. Go ahead. Yeah. Alright, you done? Well, what I think is this. You've chosen a career where you don't get to hand the difficult questions to other people. You've chosen to be a criminal, and that word isn't just a label. It comes with a lot of baggage that you're going to have to carry whether you like it or not. So, no. I didn't say you're a bad person, Walter. I said you're a criminal. They're not the same thing. My personal feelings about you notwithstanding, you get to choose what kind of person you are, what kind of criminal you are. And to a large extent, that decision and your feelings about that decision are a personal thing. Only you can decide if you've done what you think you should have done. So I suggest that you slow down, do a little introspection, and choose how to handle things going forward. It's helped me out and it'll help you out too. Make a plan of it. As they say, failing the plan is planning to fail. And you know where you can do some of that thinking? At home, in your bed, as you drift off to sleep, like you should have done 3 hours ago. So go home and go to sleep, Walter. Walter, are you desperate? Are things worse than I thought? I'm not your father, never was and never will be, and I'm certainly not going to act like him either. Do I look like the kind of person who has a bedtime story ready for you? Are you just trying to rile me up, huh? Okay, fine. If that's what it's gonna take to get you to go home, I'll do it. I'll make up a bedtime story, but just this once. Don't get used to it, Walter. So, once upon a time, there was a kid named... Finger? No, Walter, that's just a mole. It's always been there. If a fly landed on my finger, I'd know it long before you. As I was saying, once upon a time, there was a kid named Walter. Walter was a very rowdy little boy. When his mommy and daddy told him it was bedtime, he'd never listen. So one night... No, Walter, you don't get to complain. You don't get to choose how the story goes. You asked me to make up a bedtime story, and beggars can't be choosers. I should have been fast asleep a long time ago. If you don't like my story, you can just go home. That's what I thought. Anyway, one night, Walter had a very important quiz in class the next morning, but he was wide awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. He didn't want to study, and he didn't want to go to bed. He was too proud, too sure of himself. Instead of studying or sleeping, he stayed up until sunrise playing on his Nintendo. And though he may have gotten a high score in his video game, he got a low score on his quiz. A really low score. It wasn't 100. It wasn't a 99.1. It was a 40. 40%. That's failing, Walter. And this was an easy quiz. The average score among his classmates was 92%. It wasn't the teacher's fault. It wasn't the quiz's fault. It was Walter's. Walter had decided that short-term satisfaction was more important than long-term success. And that's how he ended up failing his class, which only had one quiz because I can't be bothered to keep coming up with details for this asinine favor I'm doing for you. Or perhaps I should say asinine favor I did, because I'm done with it. It's over. You're going home, and you're going to sleep. Nuh-uh. Nope. told you, Walter, beggars can't be choosers. You got your bedtime story. It's not changing, and it's not getting any longer. You gonna ask me for something else now, huh? You want a back massage? A baby bottle? A pimento cheese? Go ahead. Ask me for anything. I'll take great pleasure in denying it. Yeah, didn't think so. Even a guy as stupid as you is smart enough to realize when he's out of options. You've gotten all you're getting from me. That's it. Now shut the hell up and let me sleep in peace.